नमस्कार. प्रुडंटाच्या या खाशेल्या कार्यावळीन तुमकां सगळ्यांक खूप खूप येवकार. आयज 2 एप्रील आणि आयचो हो दीस वर्ल्ड ऑटिझम अवेअरनेस डे म्हणून मनयलो वता. तर ह्याच निमतान आयज आमी आयल्या मडगांव हांगासरल्या मनोविकास स्कुलान. इन्क्लुसिव्ह एज्युकेशनच्या फाटभुंयेचेर हांगा ह्या स्कुलान एक रिसोर्स रूम चलता आणि ह्याच रिसोर्स रुमान ऑटिझम अवेअरनेस डेच्या निमतान एक स्पेशल कार्यक्रमाचें आयोजन केलां. तर हो ऑटिझम म्हटल्यार कितें, हांगा कितें अश्यो एक्टिविटीज आयोजन केला ताचे ग्लिम्सीस आमी ह्या कार्यावळींतल्यान तुमच्या मुखार दवरतली.
काय तुवें तुजें चल्ले कशें सांबाळ्ळें तें पळोवन हांव खूब अजाप जालें.
थँक यू. ॲक्च्युली म्हजी मॉलीक ऑटिझम आसा.
कितें? म्हाज्या चल्याकी ऑटिझम नांवाचें दुयेंत आसा.
सॉरी बाय दुयेंत, हें दुयेंस न्ही पूण लायफ लाँग कंडिशन.
तूं तुज्या चलयेक कशें सगळ्या मुखार कशें घेवन भोंवता? तुका लोकांचें पडलेलें ना? तेमी कितें म्हणटली तें?
सॉरी, लोकाचें कामूच उलोवपाचें. तांचें तोंड आमी बंद करूंक जाता. सगळे पयलीं ॲज अ पेरंट ऑटिझम कितें तें समजून घेवंक जाय. Autism is a lifelong neurological condition in which a person's perception towards the world is different. They think, act, behave differently. म्हणून तांकां differently abled म्हणटात. म्हजी मोली खूब हुशार आसा and she paints really well. And I know she'll become a really good artist when she grows up.
खरेंच? तुजें चल्ली इतलें बरें पेंटिंग करता?
Boy, and you should start to accept your son and work for a better future of his. पळय, हांव तुका मॉलीच्या थेरपिस्टाचो नंबर दिता. तूं ताका कॉन्टॅक्ट कर.
थँक्यू सो मच. तूं आज म्हाका एक उजवाडाचें किरण कशें मेळ्ळां. आयच्यान हांवूय म्हाज्या चल्याचो फुडार बरो करूंक वावरतलें. Disabilities have always existed, but because of lack of education, individuals with special needs were not accepted. Now, let us take advantage of all the available resources and work towards building an inclusive community. A hopeful future is what we look forward to. Thank you.
So Manovikas English Medium School is a 56-year-old school, and presently at the campus here at Margao we have about 2,100 children who are studying, right from pre-primary up to the 11th, 12th, which we have arts, commerce, science. Now around 10 years back, when we were admitting children, there was a lot of requests from parents who had children with a mild autistic spectrum disorder. They had no place where they could admit their children, so they could get a facility like this. It was discussed. We required special teachers, we required to have a resource room, putting up infrastructure. So we went through the whole process of seeing how it is done. And sometime in 2016, we began the resource room in a smaller way, as to understand how it works. And we saw that the demand for such a facility was quite a lot. In fact, we even had parents who shifted from Panjim to stay in Margao because they were getting a facility of this type here. From Vasco, they have come in here. And over the years, we have almost 60 children at different levels in the spectrum of the autism. And I think about 20 of them are in our resource room. And the others, they go and they're like an inclusive type of education. So while they are in the resource room, sometimes they also do their normal education in the other classes, especially the milder cases. But all in all, it has been a very good experience. The parents themselves have appreciated children's behavior, children have improved, and so many of them have now been part of the mainstream education. Today being a World Autism Day, we had a small celebration to make it known to parents that see, if you have a child with autism, there's nothing to be concerned about. Please bring them up ahead. So it's in their own interest and interest of the parents that there is a facility like this in Manovikas, and there are so many more around where the children are exposed to and they're given that benefit. They would definitely improve rather than not believing or not being able to take it to yourself that yes, my child has this problem, that you have to come out with it, and then there are a lot of people who can help out. So I wish all my teachers, the team that is helping out in the school, success in this venture, and I'm sure over the years we will go on improving and do better.
Today is the beginning of a new day, a new month, the month of April. It is a month to celebrate neurodivergent minds. How a neurotypical mind and a neurodivergent mind perceive the environment. Both minds are God's creation. Hence, the first thing we need to understand is that everyone is important in this world. With that established, we need to understand our role in making this world a better place for everyone. How can we achieve this? Well, there are varied ways. But primarily, a school plays a very crucial role in fostering this acceptance and understanding. It is about cultivating an environment where differences are celebrated, where students learn to appreciate each other's unique strengths and perspectives. What am I talking about? Well, it is what your school, Manovikas, has managed to do beautifully over the years. Yes, I'm talking about inclusive education. Inclusive education is an education where all minds come together and every student feels valued, supported, and empowered to reach their full potential. Before the introduction of the new education policy on inclusive education, your school, Manovikas, was already doing it. We need to understand the importance of this.
Today, I take this opportunity to talk to you about the two different minds and their influence in today's world. So my first question is, do you know the difference between a neurotypical mind and a neurodivergent mind? Wait, you don't know? Okay, I'll tell you the answer. In simple language, a neurotypical mind gives a predicted response, while a neurodivergent mind just cannot be explained in a single line. What a neurodivergent needs is love, understanding, and direction. It may not always be easy. All of you who are neurotypical will succeed because you are easily understood and supported. Most neurodivergents are not successful. Most neurodivergents are not understood. But if they receive the love and the right support, they are mega successful. If you don't believe me, you can Google it out.
I have been given the responsibility of heading the Life Skill Resource Room at Manovikas for the last 7 years. And I can happily say that I have seen wonderful things happen to each and every child coming in here, especially those who came in when they were very young. Because early intervention is so important and really makes a big difference. I have seen children who would not look up, give eye contact, and would not enjoy any social interaction. I've seen children who would only repeat what they heard, engage in simple and meaningful conversations. I have seen our kids with autism be a part of our regular class, performing with their regular peers at assemblies, sports, cultural days, taking part in competitions and going for outings. An inclusive setup is a blessing for us. We adults and children have been sensitized to make our world more inclusive and beautiful.
Inclusive education has always been a part of Manovikas right from the beginning. There have been students having autism who have passed and who are successful in their fields. Teachers who are working here for so many years are very much aware of this problem. They have been sensitized and they are sensitized timely. The special educators have taken a lot of effort. In case we have any problems, any queries with regard to the students, the special educators are very much approachable. They have given different strategies to the teachers, like to involve such children, giving them responsibilities, to involve them in the class. Students also are sensitized from time to time. Luckily, there have been many instances wherein there are problems with the students, but the students have been very approachable and very understanding towards these students. They never trouble them, but they always take them or include them as a part of their class.
Today we had celebrated a wonderful day on autism, and we have some children who are studying in our school who have some special disabilities, and they are from a background of ADHD, slow learners and autistic children. But when they come and join Manovikas, and because we are able to have an entire department of teachers with teaching life skills to these children, we have 4 teachers there, we have 2 counselors there, we have special educators, about 6 of them. So all these teachers together, they handle the children so well, and when the children come on stage, we don't find any difference. What we find is these children come up with better abilities. They are fearless. They are so innocent and so beautifully they perform. And we are very proud of our resource room department because they're doing a fantastic job. And not many schools are able to provide this kind of inclusive education at this level. We have the children going right up to class 12, and I look after the high school, the middle school, the high secondary section. And I find how they progress, these children are progressing, and how they are developing in all areas of especially the academics, because we look after the academics, the counseling and the life skill areas. So I'm really happy that we are able to do that job in today's world where parents are busy and both have jobs and they're not able to give the time to their children. At least there is a school where they know that they can rely on us, they know this is a safe environment and the children are secure here, and get that special attention and not missing out on anything in life. We are concentrating on all these areas. We are appreciating these children for whatever they do, and we also get to see them doing very well in their life on their own, learning to be independent, developing all their skills at a little later stage, no doubt, but trying to make it.
Our practice in Manovikas is aimed at creating a welcoming and supporting environment for all the students. Here, our resource teachers, they prepare a separate syllabus which is more relevant to these students. It is important for the other class students as well to be sensitive and empathetic towards these kids. So we encourage buddy system. Even for exams, the higher class children are given a reader and writer. We encourage group activities, so they are included in the assemblies and sports activities, etc. In short, here at Manovikas, all students are respected and cared for regardless of their differences to promote holistic development and academic success.
Awareness is crucial about any important problem, but when it comes to autism, it is genuinely and certainly a significant problem a child is facing and has to be detected, accepted and tackled at the earliest. Secondly, parents and family members needs to be aware of the symptoms and conditions of autism in their child and look for a quick remedy. After all, each child is a future generation of our country, so that our duty is to take care of them and make them feel confident with their differently able trait to face the world and make them responsible citizens of our country. Lastly, awareness should not be restricted to one day in a year. It should be throughout, as and when possible, so that maximum help and assistance can be provided to them.
So basically, autism is a lifelong condition in which the perception of the person towards the world is different. It is also characterized by difficulty in social interaction, communication skill, which includes both verbal and non-verbal, and imagination. Each child with autism is completely different. no two children with autism will have a same characteristic or a same strength and weaknesses. One thing I would like to make very clear that it's not a disease, it's a condition. Many people confuses it with as a disease or a disability. As of now, there is no known cause for autism, neither there is a permanent treatment. So support and understanding about the condition can make a big difference in their life.
जसं अक्षंताने सांगितलं ऑटिझम म्हणजे काय, तर ऑटिझमच्या मुलांना ओळखायचं म्हणजे त्यांना डिफिकल्टीज असतात कम्युनिकेशनमध्ये, लोकांशी संवाद साधण्यामध्ये, आणि जे आम्ही ज्याला सोशल स्किल्स म्हणतो, समाजात कसं वावरायचं, जे सोशल रूल्स अनरिटन रूल्स असतात ते कसे फॉलो करायचे याविषयीसुद्धा त्यांना डिफिकल्टी असते. त्याचबरोबर त्यांचे थोडे रिपिटेटिव्ह ॲक्शन्स असतात, जसे हँड फ्लॅपिंग असेल, स्वतःभोवती फिरणं असेल, आणि त्यांना असे खूप असे ज्या गोष्टी आपल्याला अनयुज्युअल वाटतात त्यांच्यात त्यांना खूप हाय इंटरेस्ट असतो. त्याच्याचबरोबर ते लाईट, साऊंड, सम ॲक्शन्स यांच्याकडे खूप सेन्सिटिव्ह असतात. आणि अशा ह्या ज्या थोड्या कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स आहेत ऑटिझमच्या मुलांविषयी.
There are several therapies available for the children with autism. Okay, one such therapy is that speech therapy. In this therapy, it helps children to improve their communication. For example, if the child is non-verbal, then through pictures, they help them to communicate through pictures or a schedule. Okay, then another one is occupational therapy. In this therapy, the therapist work on developing their motor skills, which help them to sit, climb steps. Last one I would like to speak is about cognitive therapy. That is, children with this therapy helps children to manage their anxiety and also helps them in transition and develop strategies to handle new challenges.
We are both counselors in Manovikas School, and we handle the students and their parents as well when it comes to talking about autism and the students who have been diagnosed with it. So firstly, I think if there is a child that is diagnosed with autism in a class, the first thing we do as being counselors is sensitize the classroom and all the other students and their classmates about this particular condition. So it involves everything. It involves talking about the condition, talking about specifically about the child with that condition and their characteristics, because every child with autism is different. So that is how we go about it in terms of sensitization. Further on, we move to talking to the parents. So we speak to the parents along with our special educators to get them to terms with accepting and with dealing with their emotions when it comes to their children being on the spectrum. So it's a very lengthy process, but we try to get done with it as in the best way possible that we can. So yeah.
And another way that we help children with special needs is, sometimes in class there are triggers, and they have like these terrible meltdowns. So we bring them to the resource room, and along with the special educators, we help the child to calm down and also realize their emotions and what they are feeling, and to slowly regulate and bring them back to class. So that is one way. And another way we help these children is sometimes special educators are also stressed out with handling all these students. So what happens is they are sometimes short of strategies and interventions. So that's when we sit together, brainstorm, and give them ways that they can work with the children and rule out certain ways that have not worked.
Like our school supports special educators to manage the children with difficulties, especially autism. And we get a lot of support from the regular teachers. Like whatever we are doing, they also equally important for the child's success. Like they participated in co-curricular activities like sports, music, art. Like we do lot of things like modification of text. So the same thing other regular teachers also follow the same thing rules. Like whatever we do, like we get a lot of cooperation from the teachers. Even from the principal also, like whatever we strategy we do, like they help us to follow that.
being as a buddy for a special needs child is like one of the most amazing things that a person can be privileged to be, because you learn a lot as you learn a lot from them, and you grow as a person, right? You grow as a person, you understand a lot, you open your mind to new thought processes that you didn't think that you could think, you know.
Me and my friend over here, we both worked with the same child, and as he said, yeah, it's a very enlightening process. We learn a lot from the child. We learn a lot about ourselves from the child. It's a very enlightening process.
Being with a child, a special child from grade 3 was really a lifetime experience for me, because I saw my friend grow with me, and every time taking him here, there, everywhere, and I grew as a responsible person because of him. And I think everyone should help children with special needs, because as they've said, it helps us grow as people.
तर आयज वर्ल्ड ऑटिझम अवेरनेस डेच्या निमतान आमी हांगा मडगांवच्या मनोविकास स्कुलान आयिल्ली. हांगा आमी पळयलें हांगासलो रिसोर्स रूम स्टाफ जावं वा हांगासली टिचींग स्टाफ जावं, तांणी हांगा ऑटिझम अवेरनेस डेच्या निमतान विविध पोस्टर्स जे डिस्प्ले केला हांगासल्या वॉलांचेर, किंवा ह्या भुरग्यांक जी स्पेशल भुरगीं आसा, ऑटिझम भुरगीं आसा, तांकां शिकोवपा खातीर ती कशी मेहनत घेता, कशा वेगवेगळ्या पद्दती उपयोगान हाडटा आनी ह्या भुरग्यांक शिकयता. ह्या सगळ्यांतल्यान एकूच सांगपाक सोदता की प्रत्येक भुरगे हे तितलेच खास आसता, आनी प्रत्येक भुरग्याक शिकोवपाची पद्दत जावं ही वेगळी आसता. त्या भुरग्याची कला लक्षान घेवन त्या दृश्टीन जर भुरग्यांक शिकयले तर ती निश्चितूच त्यांच्या लायफान कितें तरी बरें करूं शकता. तर अशीच खासा फीचर्स पळोवपा खातीर पळयत रावात प्रुडंट.
Why fit in when we are born